Following segment is sponsored by Oakdell Egg Farms.
How do you start with a delicious egg like this and not have a delicious dish at the end of it? Well, that's what we're doing today. A wonderful Niçoise salad, which is a fun salad. It's a great way to start off the New Year's. It's healthy, and it's a fun way to teach kids how to balance meals and portions and things. So to start it off, I want to start with the dressing. Now, this is a hot mustard dressing that has anchovies in it. Anchovies are a fish. You just buy it in the grocery store, and it's packed in oil. And so over here, I have some olive oil. I have the anchovies that I've used a fork and just mashed them up in there. Also with some Dijon mustard. And the thing about the anchovies, now if some of you at home are going, oh, I don't like those. Oh, hush. You're going to be just fine because they're mashed up and you're never going to know it. But they are very salty. And so you want to be very careful when you're adding any salt to the recipe. Taste it first. Otherwise, you may have a really salty dressing, which you don't want. So we're going to let that come up to temperature and begin to cook those and caramelize those onions. To this, I want to add a few other ingredients, such as some lemon juice. And that lemon juice is going to help cut the saltiness of the anchovies, believe it or not. I don't know how many of you out there have ever eaten green apples with salt on them. Well, the salt kind of cuts that sourness away, and so that's exactly what's going to happen with that lemon juice in there. So we're going to kind of get that sour in there so it goes well with the saltiness. Also to this, I want to add some capers. If you're not a fan of capers, you can leave them right out. It doesn't matter. And so once we get those in there, let's mix those all together. And then we're going to have the starting of a really delicious mustard dressing that's going to go so well on our salad. So this is pretty much it. You don't want to leave it or anything because that's oil in there. And it's not just simmering, it is hot oil. So once it begins to cook like that, you want to really pay attention. Don't walk away and leave this. You can add some pepper to it, taste it for salt, and adjust with salt. Now, when we come back, we're going to start with our wonderful Oakdell eggs here on the salad. I can't wait to show you this healthy version for the start of a great New Year's with Oakdell eggs.
Okay.
All right. Everything except the capers. Capers is the worst thing that Mother Nature has to offer. Oh,
I agree. It tastes like dirty shoes.
Salty peas.
You know, that's
Not that
exactly.
I've eaten dirty shoes
yeah,
before.
but you can only imagine.
Yeah,
so get.
Segment is sponsored by Oakdell Egg Farms.
Okay, time to add the eggs to that healthy salad with Chef Brian.
And the capers.
Yeah.
The capers, salty peas. There we go. So wonderful Oakdell eggs, high in omega-3s, no hormones, no antibiotics, cage-free brown eggs. They're a great protein source for our salad here. Nice, healthy idea for the New Year's. And so I've hard-boiled some Oakdell eggs here, and I've peeled 3 of them, so they're ready to go. And I'm going to just add some Kalamata olives onto here, because I like Kalamata olives also. So let's just add those onto there. I'm going to slice up, which to me is the epitome of the Niçoise salad, the eggs. And I love the hard-boiled eggs on there. When you start with Oakdell eggs, you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful salad at the very end that's going to be healthy for the New Year's. And so let's add those onto it. Our salad dressing is done, which we made earlier in the earlier segment. And what I've done is I've just taken a whisk and I've added a whisk to help emulsify and combine the mustard and the oil in there. It has the capers, it has the red onions in there, and the anchovies that I just smashed with a fork on there. So it was a very simple way to do it. And so if your dressing is ready to go, which this one is, you can heat it up a little bit more if you want, or I'm just going to spoon it out because it's nice and warm on there and sprinkle that over those Oakdell eggs there. And that is looking amazing. It smells fantastic, and I'm very excited for you all to try this very simple and nutritious salad here. So once those are on there, it is good to go. The lemon adds such a great flavor to the dressing that you are going to absolutely love this particular salad. Now head on over to cookingwithchefbrian.com. You can get this recipe as well as many more recipes, or to KUTV.com and check out your local grocer for Oakdell eggs, where the eggs are sold, no antibiotics, no hormones, high in omega-3s, and it's a great choice for this delicious Niçoise salad.
Looks fantastic.
Well, sure does.
Eaten with the capers.
Yeah.